Hello, welcome to Module 3 on the course Videography. This is KC Library again, and um, in this course I'm going to be walking you through the do's and don'ts in videography. You can recollect that in the previous modules we have already talked about introduction to videography and videography equipment. So for every um, um, for every sector, or for everything that we do, rather, there are always do's and don'ts, and this is supposed to guide us into harnessing our crafts better, taking care of our gears and all of that. Yeah, so this course emphasizes the do's and don'ts in videography. So please stick me as I walk. The module contents, I have the introduction, and afterwards I'll go through the first part of the do's, then the second part of the do's, then I have the don'ts, the first part, and then I would also bring to you the second part. Then there are also professional behaviors that are required of a videographer, of a cinematographer, code of conduct per se. Maybe not like a law, but things that are expected, and it's all tilted towards towards being a great videographer, or having quality outputs. And of course, I would also tell you some common mistakes that beginners make. Yeah, so let's delve straight into it. Videography relies on principles and standards, and it guides both creativity and behavior. Um, Prevents costly mistakes, and it builds professionalism. So it's based on real life industry experience, and these principles and standards also helps beginners develop confidence and intentionality. Also, the other time when he said it's not like a law, I mean, it's not like it's a standard. Yeah, it's a principle. I was looking for that word. And of course, these practices help produce polished results. I already said above that it helps avoid common mistakes. But this guide, this do's and don'ts guide videographers in areas such as lighting, framing, camera movements, and workflow. So if you follow all of these things, it ensures professionalism, efficiency, and high quality output. Yeah, so to the do's, the first one, charge all batteries before a shoot. Now, it's important that your batteries are charged, because when your batteries are not charged and you're in the middle of a job and then the camera suddenly goes off, it will look totally unprofessional. So apart from charging all batteries, if you're also going to be taking a long shot, it's important that you have extra batteries, and probably even battery chargers, so that if you're on the move, or if you're stationed somewhere and it's a very long day and you have exhausted all your batteries, you can be charging the ones that are down while you're still using the ones that still have power on them. So format memory cards to avoid errors. Yes, you don't want to have a file dump of videos that you are no longer needing, and videos that maybe you've already delivered the jobs. So, or maybe something may even be wrong with the memory card. So it's always best that when you're done with a job and you've delivered, one thing you may want to do is to always keep your videos, also like creating a backup, maybe on cloud, on a hard drive. I mean, like an external hard drive, so that if you need to refer to them, you can always go back. But it's always good to have it online, so that you can have it on the go wherever you are. And of course, you should clean your lens before recording, because your lens is what helps you shaping the video, like the kind of video that you get. So it's important that you clean your lens. Don't forget, we've talked about storage. So where do you keep your lens? Yeah. So arrive early to study environment and setup. So it's important that you're also at the venue of the shoot early enough. You know, you set up your gears. You know where um, the blind spots are. You know where the wires are, the cables are. It just makes you really pretty organized and keeps you on top of the whole thing. Yeah. So let's go to the second part for capture enough B-roll for storytelling. Yes, you will need this for highlights. Double check audio using headphones. Don't just assume that okay, you used this camera yesterday and then you can get the signal. It's you may want to tell the client to say something, so you record something and you're sure, because there are moments, there are moments that you would not be able to recapture again and they will be so priceless. So it's important that you double check at all times. Keep shot steady with tripod and gimbal. Yes, so remember, if you're using a tripod, it means you want to maintain a static movement, so you don't want to be moving up and down, so your shots have to be steady. But if you're trying to look for a cinematic view or a cinematic expression, then you have to be ensured that you're smooth with your gimbal, your hands are not shaking. Yeah. So maintain calmness and professional conduct in all regards. Ensure that you're calm. Ensure that you relate with people professionally. Someone hired you to do the job, and there is a certain behavior and conduct that is expected of you. Okay, so this is also necessary. Let's go to the for the part one. Number one, do not rely on digital zoom. Yes, it lowers quality, so you may want to move closer yourself and all of that. Don't overshoot unnecessarily. Yes, a lot of persons do this, and I find it totally disturbing. Just shoot what you need and what you think you might need. Then this one is also very important. Don't obstruct people's view during events. There are a lot of videographers that are not professional and they're just in people's sides here and there. So you want to find a shot where you can get a good angle and you can still not be in front of people. So if you need to probably get a riser, climb something, stand on something, it's very, very important. Okay. So don't shoot with foggy or dirty lenses. I talked about that already too. Yes, don't shoot with foggy or dirty lenses. It's important so that you can have a clear output at the end of the day. Don't part two, don't deliver work late. A lot of persons are guilty of this, and I know that sometimes it's almost impossible, but if you have to deliver a job late, if you have to, it's important that you inform your client, before time, and request politely for more time. Because if you deliver jobs late and it becomes a pattern, it would look like that is your personality, and people would say, oh, he's good, he knows what he does, but he never delivers on time. So like they say, punctuality is the soul of business, so it's important that you deliver the jobs. Don't give a date that you know that you're not likely. So if you shoot a video now and you know that the video will be ready in 2 weeks, you could just as well say 4 weeks, so that if you deliver in 2 weeks, that's great. All right, other than saying 2 weeks and then you get. So don't stop recording critical one-type moments. Yes, there are moments that are, for example, it's a wedding and maybe the husband is about to, the groom is about to kiss the bride and all of that. That's not something that they're likely to say, okay, do it again. So these are moments that you should never ever miss. So professional behavior, the fact that you're a videographer doesn't mean you have to dress anyhow, whether as a beginner or as an intermediate or as an advanced. So dress properly, and not just properly, modestly. Greet people politely. Do not argue with clients or attendees. Avoid eating or playing excessively while on duty. In fact, some persons will say, when you get a job, they have already paid you for your food, so you don't go out eating at events. So it's important that you are of your best behavior and best conduct while you're on duty. You never can tell who's watching. you can possibly get your next gig from that event. Okay, so there are mistakes that beginners also make, and some of them are wrong frame rates, poor exposure, it's too bright, it's too dark, and they are not balancing their whiteness properly. So wrong white balance, or natural skin tones. I mean, when you finally see the video, you'll be like, oh, why is this so black? Why is this so white? Why is this so colored? It doesn't even look like, because it's too artificial. Then sometimes you forget to focus on the actual image in the frame. Weak composition and missing establishing shots. Recording with low batteries or slow memory cards, it could affect the whole production. Poor microphone placement or wiring. Yes, at the end of the day, you realize that you will not have a good audio. Yeah, so in conclusion, adhering to essential videography guidelines basically strengthens your skills, and it builds a reputation for reliability. So by consistently applying the do's and avoiding the don'ts, you create smoother workflows and better results. These principles are simple, but they are powerful foundations for long-term success. All right, thank you. I'll see you in module 4 again. Yeah.